All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sanders' first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Love. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Luck. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check out. Wide. 622. 11. 11 Z. Hey, box truck.
From just shy of midfield, Luck, he finds Taylor, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
First down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nate Orchard. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
He's checking.
After the interception, it's Locke. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. 33 yards that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Back to throw, Locke. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck steps away to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 50.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Eluding the crack, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Simon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check. Check. Hot. Whip. Slam.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's complete to John Ross. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Strip that ball. Mike 5-4. Anyway.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Got a man open, it's Ross. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Murray to air it out again. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. One man. Team, under team. John Wright. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Sanders. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two. I got one. Hey, Mike 52.
Now Luck on third and goal. Being chased out, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Big stop, G.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 38 line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Right there. 54, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. It's our time. Shut up.
Murray now on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the scrap. Check 43. Yes. Keep moving, man. Man, move it. Mike's 59.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Mike's 54.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
That's the ending. Come on, boy. You got these on top. Don't be scared of it. Check 59, Mike is...
Here's Murray from midfield. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw in Murray. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Breida, 29 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
No, check that. We want Mike Houston, too, right here.
2nd and 10, luck again. The Sanders has got it complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Block. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next to score, Buccaneers 24, Texans 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Their catch made it a 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Right there.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Wagner. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taylor now returning it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, Haywood! Wide, get wide. Check 3. Go ahead. Check 3. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck dancing to his left. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
From the red zone now, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Luck on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Monday. Y'all playing the wrong foot. X3. 218, chopper. Switch.
Luck throwing again. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Grady Jarrett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Check 9, 40, easy, alert. 12. Hey, exit. Rifle. 36.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They run again with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Right, 622. Yo. 12. Hey, orbit.
Luck on 1st down. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Luck. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You're not ready. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here it comes.
On 4th down, Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Let's go. 60 on. Check. 59. Come on. You better bring it.
Back to throw it. Murray. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a first down throw. Luck escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Paris Campbell, 51 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Let's go now. Check. Watch 54. Got you, boy.
Now a give coming right is Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 2.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.